The My Body, My Space Public Arts Festival 2025. It proudly marks its 10th anniversary, coinciding with the 30th anniversary of the Forgotten Angle Theatre Collaborative. So this extraordinary free festival, it promises an immersive experience, showcasing breathtaking installations, site-specific performances, workshops and training programs. And it is curated to shine a spotlight on local talent, highlighting the richness of traditional and indigenous dance forms, whilst also emphasizing the importance of human rights and democracy and simply just creative excellence. So with a strong focus on climate and environmental awareness, this festival is an unforgettable experience for art lovers, day trippers and even just the local community alike. And so joining us virtually by My Body, My Space coordinating team member is Namatshego Khutsoane. Namatshego, good morning and thank you for making time to chat with us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Congrats on this feat. 10 years later, I mean, we're looking at My Body, My Space Public Arts Festival. It really has grown over the past decade. I was even just reminiscing about my own experiences having attended a few years ago. And I wonder what your thoughts on the evolution and the impact at large.
Oh, goodness. I think that the My Body, My Space Public Arts Festival is a quintessential extension of the work that FATSI has been doing for 30 years. Yeah. The festival has been a branch of what the organization has held space for, which is humanizing big issues, having critical conversations through the vehicle of everything beautiful that the arts offers. So yeah, I think it's magic as an extension of the organization. And in 10 years, it has welcomed so many other people into the organization, in a way where before the performances were largely performed by a company. Now we've expanded this idea of what the Forgotten Angle Theatre Collaborative is. The collaborations are in the rural spaces, are on a national platform and are international. And we want to have a global community having critical conversations.
No, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. And I think just not forgetting the Forgotten Angle Theatre Collaborative, which celebrates 30 years of existence, that legacy continuing through the My Body, My Space movement. And I wonder if we're going to look through the selection process for participants, given its evolution and what's in store. What was that process like?
Oh, that's such a yummy question. So like I said, humanizing is already at the level of curating the festival, which is about access and inclusion. We come from a world, we identify as artivists, people who appreciate arts for art's sake, but also arts that has a real social transformational impact. And so opening the gates and opening the doors and saying everybody is welcome is at the heart of the organization's work. So we program our young performers who are from our local community, in fact, prioritize them. Many of them are graduates who get their first foray into the professional landscape through the festival. And we invite many, many artists who in many ways began here and conquered the world to return and share their gifts with this community. So we have installations, critical performances, workshops that engage ideas around identity, around risky behavior. Human rights is at the core of the subject matter we like to engage. And in 2025, the artists really pull us into the intersections of what human rights directs us towards. And we have conversations around coal, around how lightning impacts our communities, around ecology and environmentalism, around rubbish, waste produce. So it's the human and this thing that we think doesn't affect us, but does.
Yes.
So that to answer your question.
And because we are in relation to our environment and everything around us, I mean, it being Human Rights Month, us, commemorating the significance of democracy, perhaps the sacrifices as well. I mean, these are essential themes, as you've alluded to, that will be coming through in this year's festival. But even, the artwork and the performances, the installations, sparking those meaningful conversations, climate and environmental awareness, they're also pressing concerns. There's a plethora of themes that one can delve into and really start to understand and delve deeper in. But I wonder if we're going to look at embodying the work itself beyond theorizing it as well. I mean, minimizing your own ecological footprint is important. How does that happen this time around for the 10th edition?
It's a whole festival of embodiment. Oh. Every artist we've invited is putting this critical subject matter into their body, whether it is the performer performing a work and helping us see ourselves with them as the canvas. There's nothing more magic and disarming about the arts in that it lets us look at ourselves and relate to people like us by watching bodies at work. Similarly, in the workshop space, the performance workshop space, which is typically the way that we work, we put young people into 21st century thinking, where they are being creative and collaborative and critical with other people through the arts. So embodying themselves this idea of what is personal agency? What is it to be thinking about risky behavior? Where is it in my world? We walk through the streets of the town. The whole idea is that we are unifying groups of people that would otherwise not be together, who have to walk with each other from performance to performance. So in more nuanced ways, there's a social cohesion mechanism at play, even though what it looks like is we're just watching nice performances. What is embodied is this idea of reflecting on our past and shaping our future.
No, that's the essence of what the national plan is about, fostering that social cohesion and nation building. So as you go about that, I wonder how you make local community members also feel included. And again, to the point of collaboration and exchange, capacity building, that is very important as well. So what are some of those opportunities that also came through in terms of networking as well?
So in many ways, the festival allows all of the programs that we run to dovetail into the platform that it becomes. Annually, or rather throughout the year, we run local in education programs in local schools and in community centers for young people aged between 5 to 18 years. These are kids who have a fantasizing about being superstars and celebrities who in many respects would have otherwise not have access to a stage that is international. And we facilitate the opportunity for them to perform to international audiences. Like I said earlier, our youth and our graduates who feel that because they're in the margins of the margins, in forgotten or forgettable places, don't have even close to the possibility of seeing upward mobility, can actually leverage this space to enter into whatever kind of sector they want to enter into. And then we have this conference space that we have used to engage our community of young people with specialists around arts and ecology to think about resilience through the mechanisms of arts, administration, agriculture, activism. And we are calling this a practice. So even though there's this hype around the beauty that happens in the festival, what is left is that young people would have initiated projects that have come from this residency period.
Yeah.
That makes the songs more than the songs, that makes the rubbish dump something that is dealt with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that reframing, that learning, that unlearning, relearning, that is what's going to be happening as it unfolds. Namatshego, thank you for joining us this morning and for sharing what we can expect. Namatshego Khutsoane, just sharing the vision and just insights about the My Body, My Space Public Arts Festival 2025, that of course it's happening. It's clear that this year's celebration, of course, will be an unforgettable experience. Again, thank you for joining us and for sharing that. Let's leave it there. We'll be right back after this.